Welcome to State of Decay 2 Story Season. Who doesn't love a good story? Stories can entertain the mind, stories can move the heart. Even Jesus told stories. Well, this season we will tell their story together. Just like in real life, we will analyze each survivor we encounter, and together we will tell the story of their past and how it will impact their future and even their role in the community. So in this series, your comments matter more than ever, because I want to use your ideas and your life experiences to tell the story of this community. So if you stick with this series, I'm sure we will become better friends along the way, because we shouldn't have to wait for the apocalypse to realize people are the most important. Well, our story begins at the end of another story. Our survivor named Sush soloed the lethal zone, killed all the plague hearts with her imaginary pet wolf Gambino, and now she is utterly and completely exhausted and in need of new friends. Nice!
Did we just wipe the blood plague from this town?
Wipe the blood plague. After wiping the blood plague, she met Courtney. Courtney was covered in blood and all alone in need of meds. What's her backstory? Red Bear and Scylla, you guys told me. She was in Marshall with her husband when the whole thing kicked off. She got together with another group only to find out they were cannibals. She fought her way out from the cannibals through the hordes, found an airplane with her husband. However, her and her husband crash landed here because she's an amateur pilot, not a real pilot after all. After crash landing, they met a group of bad survivors, and this community forced them to fight zombie hordes with only knives for their general amusement. Her husband did not make it. Courtney fought her way through with a knife, and after fighting her way through the hordes, she stabbed and killed that terrible, terrible enclave. And now she is finally here with a new friend, a good friend, Sush, and she's going to give Sush a much-needed nap. Wow. After all she's been through, after all they've been through. Well, we need to get some materials if we're going to upgrade our command center so we can finally head for the hills and start a new map. All the plague hearts on this map were destroyed single-handedly by Sush. What do you do when a door is locked? That. You jump through the window. There's some materials right there. I love the story of Courtney. Stabby Courtney stabbing her way through cannibals and hordes.
Okay, this place
I love how
out.
the amateur pilot came into play. What do you do when the door's locked from the inside? Same window you came in. Pre-broken. Yeah, good job on the story, guys. We're a team here. We're making up the story together. Bringing the materials home. Now, when we leave for the hills, one rule. We will not touch siege infestations. We're going to let them build up. We're going to let them come at our base when we get to the next map. We still can't. We need 2 labor. Sush had like a 7-minute nap. She was awake 6 straight days, got like 6 minutes of sleep,
Could take a while,
and now
but
she's got to
we'll
work.
get it done.
But that's what we got to do. All right. We've been talking a lot about this fella named Smokes. Smokes. I know I heard that name Smokes before. What's that from? He actually says snakes. I don't know no snakes. What movie is that? You know it. You know it. He's expensive. He's 1,000 influence. We all know. He's not going to be a good survivor. He's going to have terrible qualities, but we love him.
We'd let you join our group,
1,500.
if you want to switch teams.
Oh my goodness. We just spent
TV shows
1,500.
really don't tell you how bad you're gonna smell in the apocalypse.
And all he has to say is how bad you're going to smell in the apocalypse. This guy.
So much for not
this
attracting
guy.
zombies.
But in a minute, you're going to see why we recruited Smokes. He's
like
going to
a
be a
pack
classic Sawsome survivor. He's hilarious.
Finish it off.
He's pretty well useless, but he's got a bunch of great one-liners. So let's get Smokes back to base. And in a minute, he's going to say something, and I want you to listen in, and I want you to listen good. So we got Stabby Courtney, stabbing her way through the apocalypse. Amateur pilot, crash landed here, found by Sush, gave Sush a nap. She's a good survivor. However, she's got a propensity to be alone. Will she want to go out alone again? I don't know. Let's get Smokes home, find out why we recruited this guy. Uh-oh. Oy, oy, oy. What would we do without this car? That would be trouble right there. We'd win, but we'd get pretty tore up in the process, for sure. Lisa Burton, She got the trivia right. Cedar in Washington. Way to go. I just started paying attention to street signs, she said. Pretty good, Lisa.
I'm done with that supply run.
Good supply run. All right, let's listen. It's coming up. Well, let's check him out. Smokes, science geek. All right. Child of celebrities. Who were his parents? Is it Brad and Angelina? Is this Shiloh all grown up with the nickname Smokes? Is his father, I don't know. Who's the guy who sings, tell him that God's gonna cut him down. I'm drawing a blank on his name. Tell him that God's gonna cut him down. Actually, I've seen where he grew up in kind of central California. What's that guy's name? Well, he's a smoker, terrible cardio, totally dim-witted. But listen.
I'd know that ugly mug anywhere.
That's why we love him. He sounds like my brother. I know that ugly mug anywhere.
Better not get any closer.
That's why we got him, for stuff like that. Indiana is home. And the dude's name is Johnny Cash. Is Johnny Cash his papa? Who is his celebrity parents? Let me know in the comments. We'll decide on a storyline for him. Why is he the way that he is? I know that ugly mug anywhere. Who doesn't? He just comes in, joins a new community. I know that ugly mug anywhere. Oh, man, I love that guy. That's why we got him. Well, Indiana is home. We got Indiana Bob. Y'all know the story. Indiana Bob. Bob Cadaver says, Indiana Bob, is that me? You know Bob Cadaver. He's from Indiana. He said, I'm a mechanic. And yes, I get sick of working on cars.
Let's help each other out.
But I don't want to be a cook. Could this character be loosely based on the infamous Bob Cadaver? Subscribe to Bob Cadaver's YouTube channel if you're not already. But Indiana Bob. His name's Bob. Your name's Bob. He's from Indiana. You're from Indiana.
Hey, what's up?
He used to be a mechanic.
You ready to do
You
this?
are a mechanic.
Okay.
He's never told anybody that he was a mechanic, though. They could be with a busted-up car, destroyed car, in need of a mechanic, ferals bearing down, screamers, bloaters, zombie horde, not know, oh man, I wish we had a mechanic in the group, and Indiana Bob will just get like really quiet all of a sudden because he doesn't want anyone to know he's a mechanic, because then he's going to spend the rest of the apocalypse fixing cars. He doesn't want to do that.
Yeah, sure.
He wants to build cakes. I mean, what's better, like, for the rest of your life in this cold, dark, terrible, scary world? Like, in a nice warm kitchen building cakes? Or going out for parts? Hey, you. This is going to be an awesome series, says Lisa. Strunza says, Sasquatch. Don't know why you said that.
How are you?
Lisa said she wants Izzy and Crossbow.
You'd be better
here we
off
go.
with us than staying
The recruit.
here. Trust me.
Grim says Izzy and Smokes, because Smokes is funny. That is absolutely true. And after that, Smokes is going to do a little bit of looting and watch his cardio just skyrocket. He's going to be like rocket scientist status here in a minute. He's going to be so smart. One star. He did grow up with celebrity parents. He misses the bright lights of the camera, so he had a moment of nostalgia and paid for it right there. Ross says, this is really good sauce. Scylla says, yeah, Indiana Bob in my hometown. Cedar and Washington are the street names, so you got the trivia right. Scylla, you want Smokes, and says maybe Bob got sent out for car parts too many times since he was a mechanic. He doesn't want to be sent on those missions anymore, doesn't want to be looking for parts, doesn't want to be fixing cars. He wants to like have a new start. So yeah. And she says nobody wants to get the cook killed. Good comment. Tommy says, hey buddy, I'm here for a new episode. Scientist for Science, love the series, looking like a great one. So here we got Smokes back. He's got chemistry, he's dim-witted, and bad cardio, but he says things like, recognize that ugly mug. Bob, Indiana Bob, though, personal trainer. Look at that cardio. Gonna level him up soon. Should we make him a cook? That's the question. We need to wake up Sush. Yeah, she's had like a 20-minute lie down. But we need to do some important stuff. We got one more survivor that we want to recruit, so we'll wake up Sush in a minute. First, Bob's going to get a base defense weapon just in case. We don't have a lot because we didn't loot a lot because this was a solo. We're going to give Bob the grease gun because I think Bob Cadaver likes the grease gun in this game. I'm not sure, but we're giving the grease gun. But this character's in no way, shape, or form in the likeness of Bob Cadaver. Totally sheer coincidence. Let's see. Antop says, I know a good story. State of Decay 3. Ha ha. Got me. I reveal. IRIVAL 20. Can they just release State of Decay 3 already? That's a good one. Is this evidence, says Trace? Or is this just speculation without backing it up? Because I said story mode or story season, and they didn't watch the video, and they just thought I was whatever. No, we're telling a story together. That's what this is.
Good to see you. Come in.
Paul, Sawsome, Izzy, and Crossbow. My reasoning, Izzy's a cool girl name. I agree. And then you have a great storyline about Crossbow. Amazing storyline, which I had just finished playing this, and had I read your comment, I might have gotten Crossbow.
Why not?
Great storyline. Read the comments, guys. He leaves a great comment. Wish I would have gotten him, changed his clothes, and gotten rid of his pajamas, and made him like Daryl Dixon.
This will slow me
But we
down.
can only take so many survivors, and I like to leave room for new ones, and we're already going to be struggling with resources.
stranger.
I don't know. Can't pick them all,
there,
but you
business
did make
partner.
me regret my
All right.
decision not to take him. So we don't ever see Crossbow again. Maybe we will in another life, who knows. But there's Izzy back there. She's the opposite of Smokes. She doesn't cost anything. Smokes costs us freaking 1,500
Hey, a friendly
influence.
face.
And we know she's going to be a solid survivor. You can just tell.
We've got enough room for you.
Stephen Price. I don't like
But
characters that always
just
call
you.
everyone kid. Yeah, it's true. When they go, hey, kiddo. Yeah, that's annoying. And it's kind of annoying in real life. I don't know. I don't like when people call me boss. Like if I'm at a restaurant, sure thing, boss. It's like, oh, I'll get that coming for you, boss. I don't know. It just strikes me the wrong way. What do you guys think? Let's see. I think I got through the comments. If I missed yours, I'm so sorry. Ashes gives celebratory things. Here we go. Izzy, look at this. Gardener, love to dance, kind eyes. What's her background story? You tell me. Look at that cardio. She is in good shape. And now it's time to head for the hills. So we definitely have some room for storytelling. We have not told the stories of a few of our survivors. We will work on that. If you have any that just strike a chord with you, go ahead and put the story in the comments, and we'll make it a part of their story next episode. We're heading to Cascade Hills Lethal Zone, but there's a plot twist. Not only is the community heading for the hills, Stabby Courtney, who we found alone, wants to be alone. There's too many people here. She needs to go grieve. She ominously gives Sush a sword. Sush doesn't pay attention to the gravity of the moment. She's just happy that her job is done and done.
Zombie freak spotted.
And Courtney, I was filming this to be cinematic so that I could say she left the community for good. Plot twist. She is heading for the hills. Sadly, she was a cool survivor. Changed her mind. Gonna need some help out here. Don't know what she was thinking in the first place. She doesn't want to be alone anymore. She wants to be a part of the community. Oh man, that was a scary moment. We thought she was leaving for good. Stabby Courtney, Sush's first friend. I don't know. We don't want to lose her, right? We are overloaded. Should we let any of these survivors go? Alright. We got Smokes. Letting it go with the BAR. We got Bob Cadaver standing up there doing his calisthenics. He was a personal trainer. Did you see him back there? Hit rewind. Hit back. You'll see him up there jumping up and down, doing his calisthenics. All right, trivia for this episode. What is Sush's primary weapon? What was she holding? What's her primary weapon, at least as of the end of the episode? Do you hear that? That is no es bueno. Smokes, chillin'. Bob, chillin'. Stabby Courtney, chillin'. Juggernaut, chillin'. Bob's book and our trivia. I already asked you the trivia of the day. Bob goes out under the sun in the morning to read a book. What book does he have? Is it Green Eggs and Ham? No. Is it my favorite fictional book of all time, The Road by Cormac McCarthy? Read it. It's amazing. No. What was that? He has a cooking book. Is he going to dive in to his studies and apply himself and become a real cook? Let me know in the comments. All right, thanks for watching. We'll be back with another episode real soon, telling the story of these survivors. I love it. Thanks for watching. Good night. God bless. We're going to keep gaming straight through the apocalypse.